Alright, so here we have my Bleed Fire Ritualist build. Um this isn't something that is super overpowered. I wouldn't even say that it's overpowered at all. But it does go through um pretty decently, I guess. So I'm level 58. Here's my stats. As for the gear, I got this for 4 Exalt. For the fire parts of this build, this helps a lot. Just kill this guy. So this helps a lot because it aggravates, ignites, and has a chance to aggravate bleeding, which is what the build is. For the rest of the gear, it's just HP, res, HP, res. I'll just sort of go over everything. So for the gems themselves, I have Blood Boil with this, honestly, just for the sake of it. Blood Boil does a lot of damage when there's packs, so it helps a lot clearing a bunch of monsters. Disengage has martial tempo, execute. Honestly, it doesn't do much, but in this Holy Descent, it works. It gives you a lot of healing, but um, honestly, you have to like stay on it. So I'll do a little example. We're gonna have 18 health. I use disengage, 104 health per second. Um, Obviously right now I barely have anything, so it's not that much. For Rake, I put Heft in it just for more damage. I removed Stomping Ground because it just scales very bad later on when you don't have like hundreds of strength. Deep Cuts just for more magnitude of bleeding, and then Rage because, well, it's just more damage. I put Explosive Spear with more chance to ignite and Overabundance for the ignite and then the spear. Another thing with ignite is oh well, it's the next skill. I have a beast which has elemental res aura, which gives 20%, and then all damages ignites means I can ignite enemies and just aggravate it all the time. So it helps with a little bit more damage. Obviously the beast itself, I probably should give it more damage so it ignites for more damage, but whatever. Blood Hunt with Bloodlust, Concentrated Effect, and Close Combat. The Mark is really good for heavy stunning, and when you heavy stun and break the armor, you do more damage, and then it makes you able on bosses to use Spear of Solaris, which does an ignited ground and then works with the spear. So Fire Infusion and Primal Armament. And then for the tree itself, honestly, it's kind of all over the place. So my Nexus in this I would get boosted rings, but I wanted Blood Boil for just more AoE damage on packs. Because that thing, when it has 10 Corrupted Blood, does a shit ton of damage. So for the tree itself, I just want to hear for more dex for the skills, because I don't have a lot of dex, more evasion, more damage, and then everything that has to do with ailment, and more damage, and Mark does Culling Strike, and then more spear damage and accuracy. I might try to get some accuracy thing, but since we're not Amazon, it doesn't work as well. I used to have these nodes here, but they're kinda shit, and this one right here seems to not work at all for some reason. These are for crit, which I don't crit. Maybe later on at a higher level I could get crit nodes and get like 40% crit and then try to get those. I think that would work, but for now I'm just level 58. And these nodes here too are kinda meh. I had them early on, but I just swapped. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's showcase this thing a little bit.
Need more time.
Usually I go with Explosion Spear. Let me just
Bleed out. Need more time.
and honestly, most things right now are just getting more and more HP the more you go through Axe, so that's why it's a little bit slower. But I just do Explosion Spear and then rake and then disengage and then rake and then disengage and then things just start dying. So as you can see, it's not that like crazy. I saw people doing poison builds with the spear and then the gloves and all that, but these things are just too expensive. So, but I've made it through all the way to campaign Act 3, or I mean, Cruel Act 3. So you should be able to do it too. And when there's an elite, I simply just use the mark, and then when you heavy stun him, if it gives you enough glory for spear, you use it, and then that's pretty much it. Nothing too special. There's a lot of min-maxing, or why am I saying min-maxing? I'm still in camping. Just more damage. So fire damage on rings would help a lot, because I don't have enough fire damage on my stuff to actually ignite. Also finding a way to always generate combat frenzies or frenzy charges with for the spear. I know we have combat frenzy. The issue is I don't want to use parry at all. The shield is ass. I also had some points in the boosting the shield, which I didn't talk about, but honestly, I don't even know if it's worth it. So yeah, I think I'll try to find a way to pin the monsters, and then by pinning them you get a frenzy charge. I wonder if I change the heavy stun build up to pin build up on this, if it's gonna work. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if I'm just gonna showcase more of this, honestly. But as you can see, you have to do a lot of combos and all of that, but it is what it is. Oh, there's an elite, so let's go for it. Yeah, it's just a work in progress build. I have no clue where it'll go. I don't know if it'll work later on in maps, but I just wanted to showcase this for everyone. So yeah, thank you, bye, and good luck.